Morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke, together with Rev Yutaka Yamada. Today is Thursday, the 30th of January 2025, or the 2nd of January in the 13th year of Chongalguk. Thank you all for coming, and let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Chanji Champulimge, Kyombe, Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
가전맨세 1. 전국 주인 우리 가족은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조 이사인 시산천국과 전산천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 1. Our family, the owner of Chongguk, pledges to seek our original homeland and build the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven, the original ideal of creation, by centering on true love. I'd like to ask Jeff Fires if you could offer the opening prayer, please.
Good morning to you, most beloved Heavenly Parent. We have the good fortune once again to come together this morning to begin another new day, centering on our true parents' words to educate us, to hear the incredible history of your providence to restore us, so that one day we might live together with you and one another as brothers and sisters, family members, husbands and wives, parents and children. We know from the very beginning this was your ideal of creation, to have families of true love who could be able to all live together with you in one amazing kingdom. So we are really coming to the end of the last days of great struggle. Our true mother now is restoring the foundation of Eve, and so that our sisters can truly stand on a foundation of true goodness and insight as they develop their motherly hearts, overcoming all obstacles in the way. So we thank you for your great love and so deep concern for all of us around the world. People are suffering in wars and strife and poverty. We are so blessed to be in this beautiful part of the world, the Pacific, where we have relative peace and an opportunity to pray together through the wonderful internet connection that you have set up for the last days to educate all of us all around the world, even at the same time. We can hear True Mother's voice from Korea or from Las Vegas, wherever she is, in real time. Such a blessing. So anyway, please be with us this morning as we hear your words to guide us, and we pray together for one another, for our nation, our region, for Korea, for Japan, for America, those very important providential nations that must stand up in these last days to protect our democracy and the ability of our true parents' words to be spread everywhere, to touch every heart, every soul, every being, not only in this world, but in the next world. So thank you for this opportunity. I offer this prayer in my name, Jeffrey Fires, a Central Best family member, Jew.
Thank you, and let's give a warm welcome to Rev Yutaka as he shares this morning.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining today's morning Hundoke. Today, we already started about the heavenly calendar, the Choninguk year 13, right? So this is already finally this year 13 started. So there are many providence and Chonson preparation, and this year we will have a entrance ceremony of Chonongun and Chonin Sanctum. So when we see the society externally, there are so many conflict, fight, or many struggling. But even any kind of environmental situation, heavenly providence is continuously going on. And during our earthly lifetime, together with our true parents, we are living in the era of the golden era. So how we can share and offer to our heavenly parent and true parents, this is important things. And not only for this era, also for our future. So Mother is emphasizing 8 billion people have to come, and she wish 8 billion people come together to welcome our heavenly parent. So until that moment, Mother is investing in Cheonsong. So we will totally unite with True Mother. So this week, this Sunday, there is True Parents' holy birthday and also many activity or event. Let's also pray and support, and let's see and feel the True Mother's heart behind of those providence. So let's do our best. So this is the Marshall Island, the last moment. We left from Marshall Island. And also we arrived well. Myself and Hajime-san arrived to Japan now. Japan is so cold. Now around 5 degree something. And I heard Korea is -5 degree, 3 degree, -5 degree. So anyway, Marshall Island, our brothers, sisters, two main family, Reverend Ito's second son and third son. So Takaki and Kenmei, their family are really investing well. So let's continuously pray for providence of Marshall Island. And you could see the Solomon member, the choir team. So they also left from the Solomon Island to Korea. So those group this time go to Korea and offer the special song as a representative Oceania and as a representative Asian Pacific. So you could see they went to the airport, and I think maybe today or tomorrow they will arrive to Korea. So Solomon Island is summer country, maybe average 30 degree, right? But in Korea, really cold, -5, and Cheonpyeon area, I think minus maybe 10, -10 or something. So I'm worry, or I hope they don't get sick and they go to Korea well, spend time well, and they offer the beautiful song to our true mother. So really pray for all choir team of Solomon Island. If I also go to Korea, I will meet with them and also share the time together. So from this Sunday, we have offering to the parents the holy birthday. Let's pray and also celebrate well. Okay? And also one more thing. This is a Solomon school. Their construction is really quick. You could see just 3 weeks already building is standing and also construction is going on. The targeting time is end of March 31, they said, but looks like they will finish quickly. Then student can study also soon in this new classroom. So because of True Mother's support, this school was building and also establishing. So let's also support this Solomon Island New Hope Academy, new classroom, and also the school hall. So this is going on. Let's also support well. So thank you, everyone. Okay. So today we'll read the message from Cheonsong-gyeon, understanding the reality of the spirit world. So let's study it together. Mrs. Na, please.
The kingdom of heaven and hell in the spirit world. Through the fall of Adam and Eve, this planet Earth came to be under the rule of Satan, and hell was created in the spirit world. Therefore, the territory in which Satan can rule extends to the realm of hell on the earth and the realm of hell in the spirit world. This is why they need to be liberated. If there had been no fall, hell on earth and hell in the spirit world would never have existed, and only the ideal kingdom of heaven would have been established on earth and in the spirit world as a single continuous reality. However, because of the fall, two worlds that could be ruled by Satan came into being. Satan's dominion over these worlds, therefore, needs to be nullified.
Yes, thank you. God had the ideal of creation, but because of human fall, everything became under the Satan and became the realm of hell on earth and the realm of the hell in the spirit world. So God had the ideal of creation, but this world became totally opposite world. And humanity, people lost, people forgot the existence of God, existence of our heavenly parent, and even lost the way to reach the ideal of creation. So how we can restore, how we can return back and restore the God's original ideal. This is the main issue of our heavenly parent providence. Please.
If the body and mind are not united, that realm of disunity becomes Satan's territory. Neither hell nor heaven exist separately from you. They are both within you. Only when centered on love, you can work to discipline your body, transcend your own life and love, and serve others beyond your individual lineage. Can you bring a complete end to this evil, a profane world? Through such heavenly teachings, when God's ethics are established in the family, the tribe, the people, the nation, and the world, this will become the kingdom of heaven on earth. The people who live in the kingdom of heaven on earth will transition just as they are to the kingdom of heaven in the spirit world.
Yes, where is that starting point? Father said, starting point is from ourselves. So please see yourself. Is there God inside of yourself, or is there Satan inside of yourself? How we can create ourselves as the person which God wish, and thus God will be happy. This become the starting point. So Father said, they are both within you. Only when centered on love, you can work to discipline your body, transcend your own life, and love and serve others beyond your individual lineage. Can you bring a complete end to this evil, profane world? So even family, tribe, nation, world, everything is starting from ourselves. Please.
The original palace of true love is the reproductive organs. True love is absolute because true love is unique and unchanging. It is absolute. That is why when we study past generations, we can see that when love is in disorder, it leads to the breakdown of the family, the society, and the nation. In the case of Sodom and Gomorrah, the family, the society, and the nation broke down because the order of love was destroyed. The result is nothing but destruction. It is hell. Consequently, heaven and hell do not exist separately. That is why, even if you live in a hellish environment, it does not mean you will go to hell. Whether you go to heaven or hell depends on you. The basis for the corruption of true love is you and only you. The only place where true life and true lineage can be violated is the reproductive organs. By no means should they be defiled.
Yes, thank you. Father said there is a key point, or there is a key to create heaven. There is also key to create hell. So what is it? This is the reproductive organ or sexual organ, and this issue is not the end as just the individual problem or individual matter. So Father said that's why when we study past generations, we can see that when love love is in disorder, it leads to the breakdown of the family, the society, and the nation. So we should really recognize this problem deeply or seriously. There are so many problems. We should witness the people. We have to educate the people and organizing the project, service activity, event, or educating the VIP. But all problems are not standing, moving separately. There is the central point. That is the heavenly parents and true parents, and that is the lineage. So how we can guide the people to go to the blessing and to connect the God's lineage. And through this blessing and through changing the lineage, they can be the children of God. They can return back to the original state. So even we are doing many kind of activity, of course, busy and focus that moment, but always we have to see the final destination. What is Heavenly Parents' wish or sorrowfulness or painfulness? This is the things. God lost the children. God is waiting for us, waiting for all children to come back. That's why always we have to think how we can guide them back to Heavenly Parents or Heavenly Parents lineage. So please see ourselves. Are we the existence who create heaven, or are we the existence, or are we the people who create hell? Or are we the people who will return the happiness to God or give the sadness to God? So always we have to reflect ourselves. Please.
What kind of place is the kingdom of heaven on earth? If there is a place on earth where people do their best not to become indebted, but instead try hard to help each other rid themselves of debt, that place is the kingdom of heaven on earth. Then what kind of place is the kingdom of heaven in the spirit world? The kingdom of heaven is not a place for people with debts. The kingdom of heaven, I know, does not have people like that. Those who, during their life on earth, work to get rid of their nation's debts, humanity's debts, and all debts in front of God are the ones who can go to the kingdom of heaven.
Yes, so this is important part. And what kind of attitude should we have? So I will read this one again. What kind of place is the kingdom of heaven on earth? If there is a place on earth where people do their best not to become indebted, but instead try hard to help each other rid themselves of debt, that place is the kingdom of heaven on earth. Then what kind of place is the kingdom of heaven in the spirit world? The kingdom of heaven is not a place for people with debt. The kingdom of heaven, I know, does not have people like that. Those who, during their life on earth, worked to get rid of their nation's debts, humanity's debts, and all debts in front of God, are the ones who can go to the kingdom of heaven. So, Father or Mother is emphasizing about living for the sake of others, serving God, serving people, and also helping others, and giving and sacrifice. And this, the final point of the living for the sake of others is, of course, our heavenly parent and true parents. But how we can have this kind of life to live for the sake of others. So, do you like to live for the sake of others? Is this become our habit or become the burden? Sometimes our friend or family members or brothers and sisters ask you, there is some problem, can you help? This is also some things, can you support? If someone is coming to you or asking some favor to you, so if people come to you, what is your answer? Do you receive those help, those requests happily, or immediately reject? So to the parents also say, instead of to become the people who use the people, we have to become the people who are used by others. So living for the sake of others and sacrifice. And Father is talking about the word of debt, giving the debt to others, really helping others. This culture is the culture of heaven and culture of heart. Please.
On the other hand, those who become indebted to their nation, to others, and to God end up not in heaven but in hell. The position of a person who has striven to get rid of debts is always a victorious one. Such a person was victorious in the past, is victorious today, and will be victorious in the future. The kingdom of heaven is a place you can go with the authority of having triumphed in getting rid of debts.
Yes, Father said, the position of a person who has striven to get rid of debts is always a victorious one. So if we can live this kind of life, then this person become the victorious people. So until reaching that standard, we will continuously going on. Please.
If you are 50 years old and you have lived more than 25 of those years for the sake of the universe in accordance with heavenly principle and heavenly law, then you will go to the kingdom of heaven. If you have lived in such a manner, you can traverse the boundaries to dwell in the good spirit world, in the spirit world. But if you have lived your life of 50 years putting yourself first, more often than not, you should realize, even though it may be disappointing, you will go not to the original homeland of goodness, but to the homeland of evil, that is hell. If you have lived for yourself more often than not in the past, you should end that life and disavow it, endeavoring to make the rest of your life one in which you live for the nation, the world, heaven, earth, and God. If you do this, from this point on, you will go toward the ideal world of heaven.
Yes, thank you. So Father is talking of also the life and age of the time on this earth. So how old are you now? 40 years old, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. Then how about our percentage to live for the sake of others, live for people, live for God? So where is the central point of our life? Are we living for heaven? Are we living for heavenly providence or not? So always we have to also ask this question to ourselves. Later, we will go to the spiritual world and we will meet heavenly parent and true parents. So at that moment, what kind of things we can report, what kind of things we can share to our heavenly parent and true parents. Our destination is not decided by our heavenly parents or true parents. Our destination or place where we will stay in the spiritual world will be decided by our life, ourselves, and our result of our life on this earth. When we see ourselves, of course, we are not perfect yet. There are many lacking points. But if there is lacking point, seriously, we have to repent and also appreciate, and we have to determine this kind of attitude, mindset is needed. Please.
It is written in the Bible that the kingdom of God is within you. This means the kingdom of heaven is the place that is in oneness with God's love, and that love should be in your heart. The words, "You are in me and I am in you," are also not an abstraction. These words are possible when they are rooted in love. Fallen human beings are finding their way toward that day in which God's love can be manifested through their body and mind. the explosive love of God will shine forth.
Yes, thank you. This is the deep word. Jesus Christ came on this earth, and Jesus could understand the circumstances of God and circumstances of humanity. And in order to share the heart of God to the people, Jesus offered or invested whole life to the people. So he said, the explosive love of God will shine forth. We can have this experience of the explosive love of God, how beautiful it is. Please.
And the body, which has been twisted out of shape over thousands of years, will be able to become one with God. That day is the day of fear and revolution in Satan's world, and a day of ecstasy and victory in heaven's world. When you stand in that position, you will know God's love. It will be so wonderful that your cells will tingle. You will feel all your bones and flesh harmonize and bond together. You will feel as though all your five senses have become one.
Yes, thank you. Through meeting God, our Heavenly Parent, and by God's love, everything will be restored or restored back, and we can have the time of the happiness. We are welcoming the time of the true love and also the beautiful moment. Please.
Blessed families should all be able to become sacrificial offerings for the nation. This is the starting point to determine whether you will go to heaven or hell. Going to heaven or hell is not determined by how well you know the Bible or how well you can speak. What matters are your actual results for God and your heart. In the end, the boundary between heaven and hell is a boundary of heart and a boundary of actual results.
Yes, blessed families should all be able to become sacrificial offerings for the nation. This is the starting point to determine whether you will go to heaven or hell. This is also important message. This message is also for the blessed families. Receiving blessing is important for as the individual, but not only for ourselves. Receiving blessing meaning is to receive blessing as the representative of the tribe, representative of the nation, representative of the humanity, and representative of the era. So we are receiving blessing. We are standing here as a blessed central family. Of course, our second generation and third generation. This meaning is we are not just standing as the individual. We are already here as a representative of all humanity and also era, this current era, and even the future. Please.
You should liberate your conscience. Your mind is the checkpoint of heaven, and your body is the checkpoint of hell. Does your body drag your mind around, or does your mind have true dominion over your body? For those who follow religion, their minds give clear direction to their bodies, and for those who do not follow religion, in 10 cases out of 10, their bodies drag their minds around. The later live consumed by themselves. That is the difference. Each of you is the starting point of hell, therefore, and also the starting point of heaven. If you live according to your mind, you will go to heaven, and if you live according to your body, you will go to hell. If you live for the sake of others, you will go to heaven, and if you insist on living for your own sake, you will go to hell.
Yes, thank you. Father said, you should liberate your conscience. Your mind is the checkpoint of heaven, and your body is the checkpoint of hell. Does your body drag your mind around, or does your mind have true dominion over your body? So what do you think? Do you have Yes. Do you have the many desire? Do you have the many physical desire or body desire? And are you following the desire of body, or are we dominating the desire of body? This is one of the important point. We know what is good. We know what we should do. But sometimes physical desire is strong, and physical desire is controlling, and even try to justify. Maybe this is okay. This much is no problem. This is okay. But this word is really coming from conscience, or coming from the evil mind, or from heaven, or from hell. So creating the kingdom of heaven, creating ideal world of God. Where is the front line? Front line is ourselves. So through gaining the victory in the front line of ourselves, then we can also share this victorious story to another brothers and sisters, and we can expand this the culture of the kingdom of heaven on earth from ourselves, family, tribe, nation, and the world. So knowing the spiritual world, knowing ourselves, knowing the principle, this is the essential things. That's why through learning of the true parents' word, we can also the recreate ourselves, and through the Chonshimon prayer, revive our spirit and receive the liberation from heaven, and also through activity, we can expand God's providence from our place. So today we share about those words about the spiritual world. Spiritual world, and those words is directly connected to ourselves, or should be connected to our life. So how often we are thinking, or we can realizing the existence of spiritual world and the purpose or role of ourselves on this earth. So always connect with this message to our life, and connect with our God's providence. So year 13, the era of Chonikuk has been started now, and entrance ceremony, those important moment is coming. So let's put our chance on and invest together, and let's offer the victory to our heavenly parent and true parents. Thank you for joining today's morning Hundoke. Have a great time. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. Thank you very much, Rev Yutaka, for sharing and yeah, talking these words about heaven and hell and where they begin, and we know very clearly that it depends on us and how we really manage our discipline, discipline of our self, centered on love. It's really so important to live a life that is for others, centered on love. Not to have any debts, not to do anything that causes harm to others. Because we are the starting point. We have both heaven and hell, and when Satan managed to defile Adam and Eve, he created hell on earth and hell in the spirit realm, and so no heaven. So this is we know this, and reflecting on that, and that challenge, or I suppose that responsibility. All blessed families should become sacrificial offerings for the nation. That's something. What does it mean to do that? How do we sacrifice for the nation? I keep thinking that always we've got to learn this pair system, talking mind and body, but how to move that away, because for the nation, I mean, that's a much bigger level than ourself, and so that living for others is having our mind focus on what's more important. Really looking at national responsibility. How can we invest ourselves? Does it mean becoming a person that campaigns on many different fronts, culturally, religiously, economically, about the weather or the environment, just sort of thinking what is it that we focus on, what is the most important area for us to focus on. I think because the whole point is to forget about ourselves and focus on others, and help people understand the value of purity, because in this message also talked about that the reproductive organs really determine the life and lineage, and it can go either way, so we really have to make sure that that's protected. So does that mean from a national point of view that we campaign to support the activities that help people maintain their relationships? I'm still thinking of that's quite a big challenge when I hear that all blessed families should become sacrificial offerings for the nation. How is that really put into practice? And how can we use things that happen to affect national policy? I'm sure many of us receive things in our email or in our chat groups that talk about this or that campaign, and that we need to get behind it. So which one is really the best? Also, I don't know, just recently in Australia, there's a case of an 8-year-old girl that died because of her family's religious conviction that said no drugs or no insulin. So they didn't give her insulin, and she died. And just recently a verdict was cast that 14 people of that religious group were charged with manslaughter. And I just found that very disturbing. It's been on my mind for a couple of days, and I'm hearing a lot of radio stations calling it a cult, and how can such people do such thing to an 8-year-old girl? And so anyway, I'm thinking about how does that affect my responsibility to make an awareness or statement in regards to promoting what's the right thing to do. Anyway, just some thoughts this morning. I hope others can share. So open it up to others. So thank you. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Rai, go ahead. And then
so we talk about not the spiritual world, it's a physical world. And so it's a Solomon member left to Korea, and we really pray for them. But also, when I check the weather in Korea, next week is -10, -12, and even the daytime -6. So they from summer, going to the such a cold weather, and I think we sending a lot of I think love and pray, and they can survive, and they can enjoy. It's a good preparation for that. And, yeah. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Yes, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I just a lot going along with your thoughts or concern of our role as sacrifices for our nation. Yeah, it's a hard one for us now. We're kind of we're probably if we were put into an island and we were like to take responsibility of it, what would we do? It's not just witnessing. I don't know. We have to feel like we have to create the policies. We have to get into education, we have to get into government. But that's what, so that's why I feel we should really be encouraging our children or the younger generation to think more about leadership roles and bringing change by getting involved in government, not necessarily politicians, but in areas of the policy, being a policy analyst, to study policy and becoming researchers, because the people who research create, give ideas and we follow their research. And this is how communism even developed, through education, through the Ministry of Education. So we have to think more like that in every area to educate people. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thanks. Yes, Jeff, go ahead.
Anyway, the first thing is heavenly education. So you can get into politics, but if you don't have heavenly education, so that's really primary, for everybody. I believe so. At this moment in time, and that is our forte. We might not be experts in some things, but our forte is understanding the goal of human history is to create God-centered families, and live in relationship with God. Anyway, that's just some thoughts about Naz sort of question about that. Yeah. And I asked the question, I don't know, how long were the Solomon Islands going to be in Korea?
At least they will join until the Chombo workshop, February 7, 8, 9. And I think they will leave Korea around February 10 or 11, I think.
Okay.
So 10 days they will stay.
All right. Thank you for that. Yeah.
That's a pity they're not going to be there for the Chonbo, for the entry ceremony. But anyway, they're going for the choir. Yes, Jeffrey, on the basis of their faith that they will all only be good to be leaders. Without faith, of course, but that we educate our children to be to know God and all that. On that basis, then they can be good leaders. Yeah. But
yeah, sorry, no, you're right. I mean, obviously we know that, sorry.
I just took that as a given.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm sorry, I'm like that. A bit pedantic at times.
Some people are good as pastors, some people will be good as politicians, some people will be good in education, but on the basis of, having faith. Yeah.
Baju.
Mm.
So Emmy, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Just one question. Here we live here in called Tepuki. Many Kyuhu workers come from Solomon or Vanuatu, but sometimes so cold. I'm wondering if the Solomon Island people is cold in Korea. They have enough clothes? If they don't have enough winter clothes, I hope the local Korean church member, I'm sure Korea has opportunity shop too, but they don't have time to go to shopping. So hope the Korean local church member or some, champion has maybe some the leftover clothes, something, maybe they can wear enough clothes to keep themselves warm. Yeah, because when they come here our town, they always go to opportunity shop and buy so thick clothes. So opportunity shop people so happy they can sell everything to island people. We have so many Solomon, Vanuatu, Samoa, Tonga, Fiji. So many people come to work in the kiwi fruits industry. So hope they have enough clothes that time. That's what I was thinking. They don't know reality. I mean, it's so freezing. It's painful cold winter in Seoul, I mean. So hope local church can support them if they don't have enough. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sure they will get a lot of good support. Yeah.
Also, just to say, this morning, New Zealand time, 10 o'clock, which is about an hour and a quarter. Anyway, 10 o'clock, there's the WCLC online webinar, and Rani Era Pene is going to give the opening prayer for that. If you have any time to watch, you retirees who are not going out to work, at 10 o'clock New Zealand time. That would be nice. He gave a very nice prayer for our PCLC the other night, and I noticed on his Facebook he has a lot of followers in their big community, and he talked a lot about the family and how important that is. So he's really getting our message. Yeah, so it's great hope for that young pastor to be able to get what we are talking about. So yeah, anyway, just a heads up on that. Thank you.
Thank you. That's great to hear. Yeah.
Sorry, can I ask something?
Yeah, go ahead, Leighton.
Is there a link for the WCLC that's coming up?
Yeah, I could see that one coming down the track, Leighton. Yeah. Anyway, there is a poster, but I'm not sure how to get it to you. Yeah.
Maybe if you pass it to John, John can just
yeah,
put it
okay.
in the
I'll send something to
national.
John, and if you guys have a chat group or something, then
Yeah, just the
I'll
national.
send it. Yeah, okay, good. Very good.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Okay.
Yes, Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, morning everyone. I wasn't going to say much, but look, I just add to this thing about educating people and is it witnessing, is it education? You can educate all you want, even with heavenly education, but if people don't connect artistically to God's central person, they won't be able to inherit the heart to make the correct decisions. Even their heavenly education will eventually go off track. So it's all about witnessing. It's all about getting people to accept artistically God's central providence person. That's where it lies. And then you'll get people that can change this nation and that nation, because we can't do it ourselves. Anyway, that's my little thing. Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Chris. Yeah, touching the heart is really a key thing, and I think we have to try everything, because we really don't know what moves the heart of someone to really take action and recognize their responsibility. I think that's a key thing. Witnessing has many elements in it, and of course, education is very key to that. Yeah. So, yes, Jean-Yves? Yeah.
Yeah, what Chris just said is very true. But from my experience in New Caledonia, when things worked out in such a way that God could work efficiently, was based on not on central figure, but I was not the only one there anyway. There's nobody else I could rely on. So my experience was that if you are connected to the truth, very deeply connected to the truth, truth is the number one. But if we ourselves are totally one with the truth, artistically and spiritually, our mind, our body, and our heart is completely connected with the truth, then we become the center, or the central figure. We don't have to look for another central figure. We are the central figure, and through us, then the spirit world can work, and we connect to people, and then they can be connected vertically through us. So we are the one who make the difference. We are the difference between somebody else's life and death, and spiritually. So that is true for the individual, family, society, nation, and the world. Same thing. So we are the center. You don't have to look for another central figure. You are the central figure, basically. So that's how it works from one to one. Yes, that's why giving that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mr. Wright? Yeah.
I just forgot. Yesterday was Gumeha Choi. Chinese Happy New Year. Say Gumeha Choi. I don't know my pronunciation is right. I think Leighton knows exact say, and big celebration. And one of the important point is I think children, kids, grandchildren, they come to the elder, grandparents, bow, and the kind of toast, and also elder, father, mother, give a red envelope of the money to give to children. And actually Chinese people is keeping more tradition than Japanese. I don't know Korea at the moment. I think really that kind of order, and still I think they're keeping that kind of vertical traditions. That is Chinese. New Year is yesterday. Celebration, I think, every year. Then also our grandchildren come to our house, and we are, especially my wife, is really teaching. It's an order how it's a grandchildren. It's a can respect to grandparents. Anyway, thank you so much. Gumeha Choi, yesterday, today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's time now for us to offer our unison prayers. I'll just bring up the screen. Okay. Let's Jew, Jew, Jew. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Rev Yutaka, for sharing, and I hope everyone has a great day and see you all again tomorrow. Thank you.